right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy. Right 3, 218, jump.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. First carry for Nick Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Mayfield on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Chubb. Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap. Check that set. Real. Check three. Real. Protein spill. Point it right.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Hey, dude.
To throw on second down. Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Me and you all day. Hey, Orville. I'm coming after you. Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gordon nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Ty Long now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On the carry, it's Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurry! Motion. Hey! High 7. Check 55 to mine. Check 50. Run. Here we go. Mark 55.
Throwing, Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! 55. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Hey, wahoo!
On third down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
8 read. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gordon. Flush to his right. And now he'll tuck it and run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the ground is Chubb. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing throwing on second down. Mayfield. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set, 180. Check, 55. 50. Mark 55. Mark 50. Hey, exit. Go, baby, return.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Robert Tonyan, 43 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go! Coming this way. Here we go.
From the gun, Gordon stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Off the play fake, Gordon. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, Delta. Mike to 59. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Deuce. I got you.
To throw, Mayfield. That one complete to Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, 133. I got Point it right. Hey, Alpha. Mine's 59. Okay, double up. Hey, alert.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Five. Check hot route. Hot. Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Alert, 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 alert. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. Hey, Sue. Check, 59. I'm coming.
From the 27, Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hurry. Let's see. Pistol. Hey, team 6.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw on 2nd down. Gordon escaping the pressure right. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Mayfield now from the 50. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Jim, 64, weak.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Regular. Shit. Hey, alert 33. Point it right. Hurry. Comes to me, it's me.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
180. We got it. Hey, alert 33. Hurry. King. Hey, orbit. 55. Check. 55. Mike. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Mike 55. Mike 50. Run. Hey.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, alert.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Check 55. Hey, Mike 7. 55. Pistol. Strip that ball. Mike 55. Hurry, hurry! I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 55's my guy, 55. It's been a long day for you. I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw. Gordon got his man complete over the middle. It's Nichols. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Set. 60 outlaw. Smith. You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Snap.
On 3rd and 2, Gordon going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for the Cowboys. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
70, Indy.
Again, it's Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this thing all rests right now on the right foot of Matthew McCrane. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get...
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up.